So, you want to ride in the winter. Today in this video, we're going to talk about some of the tips. Snowy and icy and below freezing conditions. Let's get started. I am going to take the little PCX for a spin. I have to be careful. Lots of black ice on the road. Guys like Joe Rogan, they're always talking about, oh, those ice baths. You know, you don't need ice baths. You don't need a spa. I have a technique. First of all, ride a motorcycle in the winter. That's a freaking ice bath. That's how it feels like. And it does put some hair on your back. That's for sure. Another tip for riding in the winter, keep your speed down. The faster you go, the colder you get. The wind chill is going to be much higher. So if it's 20 degrees, it's going to feel like minus something. 20 degrees. So it's probably like, I don't know, 10, 12 degrees. Bundle up. You don't even need electric gear. The thing that I learned over the years while riding in the winter, make sure to bundle up using layers. Layers will keep you so much warmer. I have the right gear. I do have electric stuff, and I have pants that are insulated. One of the tricks that the homeless taught me was, if you are in a bind, put some newspapers down your trousers. That insulates your jacket, your pants. It works out really well. They do make electric gear, like electric gloves, jackets, and it's fairly easy. I was listening to Angry D talk, and I don't think he knows that all of this stuff is readily available. And you can do it really easy. Just find your battery, put a terminal there, and you're set. You just get the gear. The jacket plugs into the main battery, and then there's wires that trickle to the gloves and the jacket. So it's definitely very easily done. Make sure that you watch out for black ice. And for me, I just assume that every single wet spot on the road is black ice, and I avoid it. Have much less traction in the cold, so your tires are going to be cold all the time. They're not going to be in like operating temperature that you can go around corners really easily. Everything that is metal, like grates, expect to have water. Number one thing that keeps you cold is not so much the outside temperature, it's the wind. The wind chill just gets to you. You want to make sure that you have a nice windscreen on your bike. If you have a large windscreen, that takes away much of the cold. Be very careful. Don't lean the bike. Be careful here. You see that, like ice spots? You want to go around. Try to keep it on nice, dry pavement. Keep an eye out. If there's ice around you, expect cars that also have an issue with ice. Hey, Jesus, man. Scooters are great for wintertime riding. Not as great as like a SD 1300 or Goldwing or FJ, but they do have a lot of protection. Like my knees are behind the fairing here, and they do make this weird skirt thing that wraps around your legs, and it looks like you're in a little cocoon. I'm gonna stop and fill up here. Yay, buddy. You know, I hate that Honda just put the freaking turn signal in a different location. I hate that. There we go. Hey, how's it going, man? Could I get $3 on 4? This bike has been reliable. Still quite a bit of plastic to deal with. And I love this. I love that you put the key in, you turn it to the on position, push the fuel button, and it pops up. 270. Alright, this is kind of dangerous. There's a lot of ice on the road here. Man, these guys, they should clean it up. Clean up this freaking ice. Look at this. So I rode a mountain bike yesterday. And you know, if you're riding a mountain bike on a trail, it's actually, you have plenty of traction. But I don't recommend riding a motorcycle on this sort of stuff, like in the snow. These cars that have the snow on the top, they don't clean it. And I've ridden before and got hit by gobs of ice. Honda decided to put the horn so prominent instead of the turn signals. I really would like to question the person that decided that was a great idea. I don't understand it. You're always like hitting the horn by mistake because the button is so big. This is when you never see any motorcycles. When I do see a bike, I'm like, oh man, you are awesome. You, sir, are awesome for riding year-round. You know, the English, they're much more hardcore than the Americans for riding. I don't know why. The motorcyclists here in the United States, they're very different. Like, there's no motorcycle takeovers right now. We hear all of these guys, hey, we live for bike life. Well, what about now? Does bike life take a break in the winter? Does it fly to Capistrano for winter? Might be a problem in the winter for riding is fogging of your visor. There are products that you can put on your visor that help alleviate some of that, but most of the time I just crack open the visor and that helps out, especially at night. Try to stay away from the shoulders, try to stay away from the median. So don't ride on that left tire track if there's going to be ice on the median. And the same thing applies with the shoulder, because the shoulder is going to be colder. There's going to be like snow still on that shoulder and the median. Your bike is in good shape. The last thing you want is a breakdown in the middle of winter. I've ridden in some temperatures and for long enough periods that when I got to my destination, I felt like my brain was freezing. You know, like that deep freeze that you have. Here is a speed camera, hidden, frosty. It feels like your brain is completely frozen, and that's a very difficult thing, because like I was like slurring my words, my face was frozen, the muscles in my face were frozen. Very dangerous, but also if you're going to work or deal with people and your face is frozen, they might think like you're a kind of a weird guy. So I brought my bike here to get inspected, and the guy's like, nah, I'm not doing an inspection today. It's like ice on the road. Yeah. This is the end of the ride on the PCX. You can tell, kind of snowy, but it's definitely doable. Now, I was taking this bike to get inspected so I can, you know, do a bunch of stuff to it. And the guy is like, yeah, no way I'm riding. But I can understand that. I can understand if riders don't want to ride when it's like this. It's kind of a much more difficult proposition and dangerous, but you know, I like a little bit of danger. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next ride. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.